Hey everybody, Shiv here. Well, earlier today I asked a question of Ben Brode, very politely written, to which I think he thought I was trying to be, trolly and being a douche or something. I don't know. It's fine. I completely understand why he would think that. I mean, I have made that man's life a little bit of a pain in the ass, to be perfectly honest with you. And I know that man takes a lot of flack left and right from like the millions of people who play this game. Being the lead developer and one of the front faces of your game tends to have that happen to you. Just ask Jay Wilson how much hell he went through. But regardless, Ben, I wasn't trying to be a dick to you. I was actually asking a very serious question because I wanted to open up a dialogue about Savage Roar. Because there are many situations where I've found that this card just has a little bit too much value. And I wanted to talk to the person who created this card and felt the value of it was perfectly justified for them not to make a change in the 2 some odd years that this game has been out. That's it. I wanted to open dialogue. I wanted to create dialogue. Have a discussion. That in its own way is constructive. Last time I checked. But okay, let's say that maybe, after everything, you're a little bit whatever. Okay, you know what? Completely understand, bro. Not even going to fault you on it. No harm, no foul, no malice. Hey, there's a good name for a card, no malice. All right. But you said, wish that I'd come up with more creative ways to give feedback. Okay, you want creativity? Let's do creativity, sir. Here you go. All right. So let's talk about Savage Roar. All right, Savage Roar, 3 mana spell. Give your characters, not just minions, +2 attack this turn. Alright, so the most direct analog you can give to Savage Roar actually resides in Shaman as Bloodlust. 5 mana, give your minions +3. Minions, not characters. Minions, attack this turn. Okay, so why is that actually important? Well, let's get to this. If this was stated characters, alright, here's what you end up getting. Let's say you have Mr. Doomhammer in hand, and now you get this damn thing. This is basically a free rock biter, okay? This would allow Doomhammer to do some really disgusting things. So there's an obvious reason why this is specifically at minions. However, the costing of it is a very interesting thing, alright? When you compare the costing of, say, Savage Roar. This is 5 mana and also doesn't give any kind of bonus to the character for attack purposes, which it kind of had to not do, or else you'd see some really nasty Bloodlust combos involving Doomhammer that just would make people cry. I'm not even kidding. I completely understand why this doesn't go characters. It shouldn't, because Doomhammer is a thing. I understand that. I honestly do. What I don't understand is how you could cost this at 5, but yet think that this is perfectly fine at 3, especially with a class that has the ability of ramping itself up as well as has access to innervates. So being able to lay out some really interesting board states that scale really nicely with Savage Roar is extremely possible and, well, quite easy to do. Truth of the matter is, this can lead to potentials that most classes can't actually deal with. Savage Roar combo can, in theory, break over 30 with only having 1 minion on the board. And I'm actually going to show you that right now. Alright, please pardon the quality on this. Normally I'd be editing this and have this in all that, but apparently my both editing softwares are taking a shit today. I don't know. I gotta uninstall and reinstall them. How's he doing? He's at 5 cards. So Nexus Champion Sarad would be a great fucking card right now. Oh, wow. The greed, guys. He's going for double combo? Oh, shit. No. Oh my god. Yeah, see. Now, before this damage kicks in, I want to stop and just take a look at the life total there. I'm at 32 life. That's one of the great little traits of Warrior. You can exceed your life total. And in this case, That's the only thing that saved me. He is literally hitting me, or will be hitting me, for 31 damage. Just with one minion on the board, and that sequencing of double innervates, plus a Savage Roar, and 2 Force of Natures, he ended up creating a board state that's basically 7 mana, or 7 minions deep, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So that's 24 plus 5, which is 29, plus the 2 he's getting off the attack, equaling out to 31 damage. Now again, if I was any other class but warrior, I'd have been pretty screwed. Yeah, mage technically could have been able to survive this if they had some armor left over from ice barrier, or if they had ice block up. Very true statements there, alright? That's the one other exception here, alright? They could have. But truthfully, this is a very nasty scenario. This is a very extreme scenario. I'll be the first one to admit it. He literally shelled out 14 mana worth of spells in order to create this scenario. We're going to keep playing just so you can see what happened in this whole thing. We are literally down to 1 life. He has 1 minion left on the board. Okay. I got this. I got this, bitch.
I can take the hit.
Again, if I was any other class but warrior, this would be a problem. Got a swipe? Double Force of Nature into a Savage Roar, and I still kicked your ass! Yeah, then I just started going into, you know, some really nasty shit left and right. It's one of those things, guys. But, you know, I have to say, it's really hard to determine where exactly the biggest problem when it comes to Druid is. Is it Savage Roar? Is it Innervate? Is it Force of Nature? I would arguably say that you're going to have to rework Innervate. And Savage Roar itself, I've learned through doing, you know, fantasy card design with Noxious that Savage Roar is actually kind of a very interesting bottleneck that kind of screws a lot of design potential for Druids very nicely, you know? So I think that this is another card you're definitely going to have to look at. Whether or not it's increasing the cost to, say, like 4, or changing how Innervate's going to work, so on and so on. Now, of course, there's always going to be these scenarios where, you know, Emperor Thurzan could create some remarkable scenarios. We already knew that. It's one of the reasons why it's there. But again, Savage Roar being able to enable basically a 30 damage punch to the face, actually an over 30 damage punch to the face, with literally only 1 minion on the board, I don't know. There's something not overly kosher about that, I guess, in my mind. It doesn't feel good. It's very punishing. And I know, like, a lot of people, they really hate playing up against Druid, because once they get to, like, turn 7, they know that combo could pop at any time, thanks to Innervate. They know that they're in that danger zone, right? And that combo basically puts them on a very finite edge. They no longer are able to play their deck. They actually have to play a completely different style of denial and or recovery, which not a lot of decks can actually do. So, yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Personally, I understand why Savage Roar hasn't been changed till now. Truth be told, Druids, While they are popular, I don't think that they've been overly as abusive. But when you come to ladder play, this almost seems like a constant. Like, it's just not fun. It's really not fun to play against. And moving forward with Standard, which, by the way, I do know you guys got that new announcement coming out here next week, which I'm really looking forward to that. I know you and Frodan are going to be playing some Whispers of the Old God, and I'm really hoping to hear what kind of changes we're looking at in Standard. All right? We've already heard about a couple of them with, Old Murk-Eye and Captain's Parrot, which, other than Old Murk-Eye, nobody gave a damn about Captain's Parrot. And, of course, the GVG and things of that nature going out of the mix. Then, yeah, we know that. All right. But I want to know, what other changes are you going to make to Standard? Because there are a lot of cards that a lot of people are theorizing and have made some speculations on that need to get changed. And truth be told, if Savage Roar and or Innervate are not on that list, I honestly think it is kind of, shameful and very, I would say an oversight. I would definitely say an oversight. Because you have to look at these potentials. When you look at stuff like Leroy Jenkins, which you guys did change the cost on, that used to be one of the most combo-centric enablers for many classes. I mean, Shamans used it to pull off some Wind Fury combos for lulls. Rogues used it quite a bit. Right now, Warlocks are one of the only classes that are really using it, outside of Face Hunter. So yeah, you guys changed that cost because you felt there was a little bit too much value in there. So I kind of feel like maybe you need to re-examine Savage Roar, and you definitely need to re-examine Innervate. Those are probably like the two biggest Druid cards that need to be fixed. Force of Nature, I'm actually 100% okay with. 6 mana for 6 damage worth of minions that don't survive on the board. You're not creating any sort of board state. Thus, in many ways, you either have to use this as a finisher or it's just tempo loss, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And I have absolutely no problem with Force of Nature. It's Savage Roar, the enabler for so much bullshit. That needs to be changed. That really needs to be changed. I'm not going to tell you how to change it. Most notably, you're probably going to increase it by 1. That's fine. But the fact of the matter is, this scales very, very, very nicely on the board. And it creates a very punishing effect. In the example we showed, if I'd have been anything but a warrior, man, that win would not have been possible. Not have been possible. So yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents on this. This is my creative approach of having a discussion, though way more time consuming, way more effort put into it. I would have much rather just asked this question, but apparently, people's past deeds do tend to come back and haunt them. This is, honest truth of reality. So that's fine. I'll go ahead and make this video, get some more views on it. I'm okay with it. Thanks, Ben. Thank you. I need something creative to do today. So, all right. That's going to be all for this video. Hey, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe. Leave me some comments down below. Do you guys think I'm right when I say, Savage Roar and Innervate are probably 2 cards that need to be answered in this next coming, or the upcoming Standard / Whispers of the Old God meta? Or am I completely wrong? Let me know down below. Till next time, stay safe, have fun, may RNGesus bless you, and Freakathoo.